We knew that Alex Gibney was working on his one when we were doing ours, and I think we were conscious that we wanted to do something different, and that actually, because it's supposed to be kind of my journey through the world in a sense, that a traditional approach was never going to be the right one for us. So early on, we hit on this idea of using the Hollywood dimension and sound stages and actors to try and bring the story to life, and casting actors to play the key figures that we couldn't get access to. So we have an actor playing the head of Scientology, David Miscavige. We have another actor who we cast actors to play Tom Cruise, which was really fun and interesting, and then it was a chance to sort of, in the process of creating those reenactments, try and bring the story to life a little bit. Which sounds sort of weird, but it really worked surprisingly well, because these reenactments were guided by the input from the ex-Scientologists. So yeah, it absolutely was very different to Alex Gibney's Going Clear, which is, Talking Heads archive and so forth.
The biggest challenge was just having no idea how we were going to tell this story without any access. So, that was the sort of scary thing going in, sort of starting with a blank sheet of paper. Louis is normally the guy who gets access, so that became the kind of really significant creative challenge. But in a way, I think gave us our opportunity, because we were always determined to do something for the big screen. And I think, therefore, it was about taking what Louis does on television, or the best of what Louis does on television, and sort of adapting it, changing the grammar, changing the kind of creative approach. And so in a way, it was sort of turning a bit of an obstacle into an advantage.
During making your documentary, Scientologists were making a documentary about you.
So I've been told, yeah, which is exciting. Don't you think?
Really exciting. Is Louis really as non-judgmental as he appears to be on television?
Yeah, I think he genuinely is. I mean, actually, one of the surprising, a lot of people say that Louis, is sort of a technique. I mean, he's very, very smart, but he is sort of as you see him. I've not actually known Louis since I was 13. We went to school together, and he was much the same then, actually.
Is your interviewing techniques, is it you, or is it like an act to disarm people?
Well, I get asked that a lot. I think it's pretty much me, but I'm also aware that because I'm doing a job, that I'm trying my best to put the person at their ease, just as you are doing now, to try and create a rapport, to be polite. So, in a sense, is that really me? I think it is me. It's a sort of work version of me.
Do you think that maybe some actors have got to the places they are now because of Scientology?
Some actors have
become successful due to Scientology?
Arguably, Scientology does teach people to how to kind of better themselves. It's all about sort of they call it self-determination, sort of presence of mind, self-discipline. Yeah, I think arguably actors like Tom Cruise have benefited from practicing Scientology, and who am I to question that?
What would you say to young filmmakers who perhaps don't have any money and they'd like to make documentaries?
I would say, have a great idea, do something that takes you out of your comfort zone, investigate worlds where there's something morally ambiguous, complicated, something that you feel you don't quite know what you think about it, or you just somehow think that you're intrigued by it because it speaks to some sense of confusing psychology, because those are the subjects I think are the most interesting.
Is it important to be true to who you are?
Yes, be true to who you are.
Yes.